Can you imagine the crazy things people are doing before getting married? Sheila was about to get married. Finally, after her boyfriend of 5 years proposed, she was over the moon. She'd been waiting for this moment and started planning as soon as it happened. A week to the grand event, her friends surprised her with a bachelorette party. During her bachelorette party celebration, Sheila decided to contact Benjamin, her ex, who had been hoping and asking for an opportunity to get back with her. She informed him that she had one bucket list item that she wanted to do before she got married and was offering him a chance for the last. In this message, she shared that she was interested in participating in an... She asked Benjamin to share options of gentlemen who would be interested in partaking. Initially, Benjamin was a little hesitant. He had always wanted her for himself, but she mentioned those were her terms and conditions. If not, he would have to pass. So he eventually agreed and shared a few options of friends of his that, he was willing to do it with. Sheila selected Michael and Ebenezer, two longtime friends of Benjamin. By the time Sheila's bachelorette party had ended, she had created a whole new plan with Benjamin. After having a conversation with all parties involved, it was agreed upon that everyone would sign an NDA. No one would ever speak about this until death do them part. The event would happen at Benjamin's house, and everyone was to use some form of public transport to get there. No trace, no evidence. Last but not least, during that time, everyone's phone will be switched off. The day agreed upon was 3 days before the wedding. During the whole planning process, Benjamin was the least excited about the process. However, it was his last opportunity to have his cake and eat it too, so he went along. The day arrived, they all met at Benjamin's place. They started talking, having a few drinks, a couple of aphrodisiacs to really bring the mood. So they started, one by one by one. They were having a great time. Sheila was enjoying it. Then she decided to step it up a notch and invited all of them to participate at once. Again, she enjoyed it, asking them to increase the tempo and give all the energy available. Until Ebenezer realized Sheila had blacked out. He checked her pulse and realized she was gone. In complete shock, all three men stopped at once, not knowing what to do next. It took them another hour to figure out what to do with the body. They couldn't call police, they couldn't call their relatives, and they were stuck. So they decided their best option in the dead of the night was to move the body and burn it in some far away bush. No body, no evidence, no repercussions. Eventually, all of them returned back to their lives, changed indefinitely. Over the next few days were the absolute worst for Sheila's family. No text, no message, she was completely gone. Her fiancé had no answers, and a police investigation was opened. Unfortunately, no body, no crime. No one had any answers. 2 weeks after the incident, Ebenezer, who was married with a wife and 2 kids, decided to take his family away from this commotion and reconnect. So they went on a trip to the countryside. As they were lying in bed, cuddling, Ebenezer got up to go to the bathroom when his wife suddenly heard a scream. Ebenezer had been bitten by a snake in the toilet. The ambulance was called, but unfortunately, he passed away on his way to the hospital. The news was a shock to everyone. People cried, mourned, and were a little confused by the series of events, especially Michael and Benjamin. After Ebenezer's funeral, the two of them decided to keep a very low profile. They didn't want to cause commotion, and they were feeling a little unsettled by the whole incident. Michael sits in his car headed out of town when it suddenly starts to rain. Thunder and lightning, and the storm picks up. He decides to park his car at a nearby bus terminal, hoping to wait it out until a huge tree branch falls, lands on his car, the driver's side, and ends his life instantly. Again, news broke out. Again, confusion. And this time, Benjamin feared for his life. He quickly went to church, decided to confess all his sins to a priest, explaining the situation and begging God for forgiveness. The priest told him that, look, at this point, all you can do is turn yourself into the police and God will forgive and wash away your sins. Keeping that in mind, Benjamin went to the police station, confessed his sins. Considering that he had turned himself in, he received a lighter sentence. However, day 1 in jail was not looking good. Benjamin was absolutely distressed, knowing not what to do. The food was garbage, he missed his family, and he was in a bad mental space. He sat in the corner of his cell and cried and cried. Eventually, ready to go to bed, he mysteriously slipped and knocked his head on the corner of his bed. Again, ended his life instantly. At this point, all 3 men and a woman involved in this have been unalived by a mysterious set of circumstances. That's the story I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and follow us on all social media platforms at Entangled Web Stories. Bye!